This is the new Sony RX100 VII. Is it any good for vloggers? Let's check it out. Hi guys, I'm Johnny from Cinema 5D and this is the new Sony RX100 VII. I had the camera for the last few days and I was able to check its video capabilities. Is it any good? Is it really different from the previous model? So first of all, the ergonomics. The camera looks exactly the same like the previous RX100 VI. When it comes to focal length, also exactly the same, 24 to 200 millimeter, and the f-stop also the same, 2.8 on the wide side and 4.5 when you zoom a little bit inside. Also, when talking about ergonomics, I'm very happy to report that the viewfinder is still here. So I'm sure you've been wondering what is actually new in this camera when it comes to video functionality. Well, first of all, and maybe the most important, finally we have a microphone jack. Sony, congratulations. How about headphone jack? In a second. Number two, the autofocus in this camera has been enhanced and now we have eye autofocus for human and animals. Number three, and this is also related to autofocus, we have real-time autofocus tracking. Number four, if you're an Instagram lover and really have the urge to film vertically, this is not an issue now because the metadata from the camera will follow either to the editing software or to your smartphone, and those devices will immediately recognize that what you shot vertically. On top of those new four features, the steady shot on this camera was also enhanced, especially in 4K mode. From my impression, if you stand and shoot, this is quite good, doing a good job. But if you walk and talk, and this is the nature of vlogging, I wish that would have been a bit stronger, just to equalize and make it a bit smoother. So how is the camera functioning in the field? The image quality is fine. This is a 1-inch sensor camera. So of course, if you try in low light condition to shoot in, let's say, 6400, the image will be rather noisy, but it's usable. When you're shooting outdoor in proper lighting conditions, the images are fine, but the biggest obstacle here, this camera doesn't have an internal ND filter, meaning you will have to buy one of those accessories and then there's a little rubber thing with magnet here, so when you put this in, you can add an ND filter. This is really essential if you don't want to film in automatic mode. Yeah? Before I was mentioning the audio input, and this is a good thing, but from my experience when working in the camera in the field, probably the preamp is rather sensitive, meaning you really have to lower your sound level in order to get acceptable sound. Otherwise, you're risking destroying your sound. I can now connect an external microphone. This is very nice. Still no headphone jack. Hopefully this will come at some point of the evolution of this camera. Last but not least, I have to talk again about the Sony camera menu. This is becoming a real issue because this little camera is packed with features. But if you really want to enjoy those features, sometimes you have to go really deep into the menu. And that's not only going deep into the menu, you sometimes have to jump between different pages in order to activate a single function. And this is really becoming an issue. This is such a pity. And I really hope that Sony, maybe in future models, will do something about it. So back to my initial question, how is this camera for vloggers? All in all, it's fine, but two things are missing. One is the internal ND filter in order to make it more out-of-the-box solutions. Otherwise, you really have to rely on automatic mode here. The other thing is there's still no headphone jack. Personally, I don't understand the logic of including a microphone input but no headphones output, but maybe my thinking is wrong. And there is one more thing, and this is the price. For me personally, I think it's a bit too expensive, but maybe for the occasional vlogger, maybe they can afford it. I'll leave this question open if it's worth it or not. I guess one will have to try it and then see if he or she really likes it. Guys, thanks for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and until next time. Thank you guys.